Welcome to Mindful Chatting, a podcast where therapy meets real life. I'm Kristen, a therapist, business owner, and a lifelong student of what it means to fully show up in our relationships, in our work, and in our healing. Here, we unpack mental health concepts, explore mindfulness tools, and talk through the messy, beautiful, in-between moments that shape us. Whether you're a fellow clinician, a curious listener, or someone navigating your own growth, this space is for you. Let's chat. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Thoughtful Thursdays on Mindful Chatting, your little breath in the week to slow down and touch what's real. Let's grab your comfort drink, pull your blanket close, and let's let your shoulders drop for the first time today. Let's talk about something a little tender, something every adult navigates, often with sometimes guilt and confusion, relationships. But relationships as seasons, and the myth that people are supposed to stay like this forever. This one is gentle, but it's also freeing, so let's drop into this. I think most of us were raised on this idea that relationships, especially good ones, last, and that loyal people never leave, and that endings equal failures, and that distance equals betrayal, and that forever is the goal. But relationships, real relationships, don't work like that. Humans change, circumstances shift, trauma reorganizes us, healing redirects us, and values evolve. Expecting relationships to stay the same throughout all of that is like expecting the seasons not to change. It's unrealistic, it's impossible, and I think it leading us to these unrealistic expectations of what relationships should or should not be. I want to tell you about something that's genuinely helped me keep my practice organized because I'm all about systems that actually work for you. I use an app called Spruce Health, and honestly, it's been a lifesaver. It lets me text and call clients securely, keep everything HIPAA compliant, and actually separates my work phone from, my life. And if you're a therapist or in private practice and you're juggling calls, messages, and reminders, all of it, Spruce just makes it easier. It keeps everything in one place, it's clean, it's simple, and it makes boundaries so much easier to maintain. If you've been feeling the administrative chaos, definitely check out Spruce. I'll drop the link in the show notes so you can see the exact setup I use. So let me go into a little bit deeper about what I mean as relationships in seasons. So a season isn't a downgrade. I kind of look at it like a stage of connection, kind of like a chapter, a rhythm. Because some relationships in their season can feel like summer. And summer can be like this warmth, this closeness. We have a lot of ease. Everything just feels effortless and we kind of grow together. Another season could be fall, and this could look like transitions and change where something's shifting, whether it be with you, your partner, the relationship, and the relationship may soften and naturally redirect itself. And winter could look like distance or quietness or stillness. You may not talk much, but the bond necessarily isn't gone. It's maybe just resting. It's just dormant. And then we have spring, which think about like renewal or growth. This is where we're reconnecting again. We're growing together. We're returning back to each other. And none of this means anything has failed, anything is wrong. The myth of permanence tells you that if someone doesn't stay the same forever, they don't love you anymore. But the truth is, people can love you very deeply and still shift seasons with you. And so why do we struggle with this like seasonal thing about relationships? Especially if you have trauma or attachment wounds, the idea of seasons can feel absolutely terrifying to you because seasonal change can feel like abandonment, rejection, punishment, danger, betrayal. But let's be honest, any change can feel like this, right? Especially if it's not predicted and it's happening before your eyes, and you know and you feel something's different, but you just can't put your finger on what it is, or just because it is, it must be bad. Why? Why do we do this? And I think it's because our nervous system learned that when connection changes, whether that change is good or bad, I am unsafe. So even healthy transitions feel threatening. If someone goes quiet, if a friendship shifts, if a relationship grows in a new direction, your mind jumps to, what did I do wrong? Did I miss something? Why didn't they stay the same? Something has to be wrong. But the relationship is not static, and neither are you. So why should the relationship be like that too? Here's a quick note for my clinicians listening. If you're looking for a charting and practice management system that doesn't make you want to scream, well, guess what? I use TherapyNotes. It's clean, reliable, HIPAA compliant, and honestly saves me hours every week. You can try it with my link in the show notes. So as I lead into this next part, this is the part that usually lands the deepest, because not everyone is meant for every version or every season of you. Each version of you deserves something different. It may have support or more boundaries or more space or more energy or more relationships. The people who fit the older version of you may not fit the version you are becoming. Not because they're wrong, not because you're wrong, not because the relationship is wrong, but because the season has shifted. And here's the part we never say out loud. Letting people move into different seasons is an act of emotional maturity, not abandonment. It is okay to love people from a different distance. It is okay to be grateful for what they were in your life without forcing permanence. It is okay to grow in a direction that not everyone can follow with you. This is healthy. This is normal. This is human. For any clinicians tuning in, if insurance billing is the part of your practice that drains your soul, Headway will be your best friend. They get you credentialed, send you referrals, manage your billing, submit your claims, all the stuff none of us went to grad school for. It's free to join, and honestly, it's been a huge support for therapists who want to take insurance without drowning in the administration part. My link is in the show notes if you want to check it out. Let me give you a little bit of permission, and let me say this very softly while holding your hand. You don't have to hold every relationship at the same intensity forever. You don't have to keep shrinking yourself to maintain connections that you've outgrown. You don't have to chase people whose seasons with you have naturally ended. You can grieve the past version of that relationship and honor the role it played without demanding it stay what it is. You can also welcome people back if the season shifts again, because healing often brings reconnection in ways you've never expected. This isn't passivity. This is emotional flexibility. This is relational wisdom. This is self-trust. If today's episode stirred something in you, I want you to take a moment later to ask yourself something. What relationship am I forcing into a season it no longer fits? And what season am I in right now? And what do I need? Relationships shift because we shift. And when we honor those seasons instead of resisting them, we experience connection more authentically and less fearfully. All right, friend, take a deep breath. Let's honor our season that we're in. And as always, be gentle with your mind. One more thing before you go, and this helps me personally, staying present and grounded, which we all need, especially when your brain wants to spiral into disconnection. Me too. It's Brain FM. It's musically designed to help ADHD brains, well, really anyone's brain, focus, relax, or sleep, and I use it almost daily. If you want to try it, I've dropped my link in the show notes. And if you're looking for planning tools or ADHD-friendly resources, I'll keep a list of my favorite links in every episode.